the spirit of the North Coast. This is Redwood News Weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the web and on Facebook. Because of the college football game this evening, Eric and I weren't able to join you live at 6.
But we will be live at 11 tonight here on Channel 3. For now, we wanted to bring you a few of your Saturday night headlines.
First, motorcycle crashes.
I'll give you a nice radar tour across Northern California. Lots of shower activity. We'll zoom in first here to Eureka and up and down our central population center, up and down the 101 between McKinleyville and Arcata. Lots of shower activity moving up towards the north and east, and it'll be with us over the course of the next several hours. Hey, thank you very much here. We continue to track what is now Tropical Storm Florence sitting on the coasts of North Carolina. It made landfall this morning just near the Wilmington area. It's not moved much today, unfortunately. Lots of heavy rain. The winds are still very much elevated with gusts between 60 and 70 miles an hour. And take a look at the size of this storm. Clouds stretching from almost New York City down towards the Macon and Savannah area of Georgia. This is just a very impressive storm system, and it's not moving much. So heavy rain and high wind threats exist up into this weekend and into the first of next week as the system finally drifts off half of our Friday as well. We've got a couple changes coming up over the course of the next several days here. This is our upper level pattern here. A couple things I want to point out. First thing we're watching is a very weak system that's going to be making its way towards the Pacific Northwest come Friday and Saturday. That's going to drag a very weak cold front through our neck of the woods and knock our temperatures down just a little bit Saturday and into Sunday. And then we play this forward into next week. We're already talking about a big time warm up. Watch as this ridging pattern develops here and these oranges and reds appear on the map. We're talking about very warm conditions Monday, Tuesday, and well into next week. So that's going to be the big story. Cool and cloudy along the north coast. So for coastal areas, we're looking for sunshine. Inland areas, we see if we can find any heat relief. We'll do all of that in full weather coming up after the break. Cool, but I get the goosebumps every time I see the house full of reptiles.
Yeah,
but props to them.
I don't know about that, but what do you know about weather?
Well, weather I do know a little bit more of. Take a look at what we're looking at out there tonight. Temperatures falling down into the low 50s, so it's going to be another cool night. I'm thinking we stay pretty
And meteorologist Eric McCormick is closely monitoring the storm. Eric, how close is Florence to reaching land?
Hey, Manny, we are getting close this evening on this Thursday with a very large Hurricane Florence making its way towards the coast. Take a look at what we've got going on right now, and you can see very impressive storm winds still of 100 miles an hour, making its way towards the west-northwest, towards that Carolina coast, but with impacts reaching up and down from about the nation's capital down towards northern Florida. Lots of watches and warnings, hurricane watches and warnings, tornado watches and warnings. A very active evening over towards the eastern seaboard. You can see it on radar as the system, the hurricane, continues to make its way towards the west-northwest with a lot of heavy rain. So surge, heavy rain, gusty winds, all of those things problematic. Take a look at what we look like outside. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, so it's cooler than we were the last couple of days. Breezes from generally the northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Those will be breezier tomorrow. Take a look at your
explain how conditions are looking heading out to this event and more tonight along the north coast. Eric.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Monica. Another beautiful day in the books up and down the north coast. Check it out as we cruise through our 5 o'clock hour. Temperatures still holding on to those low 60s. It's blustery along the coast. Wind still about 20 miles an hour.
It seems we've been seeing a lot more fires lately, and what kind of conditions are sort of fueling that?
Yeah, we continue through our summertime pattern, and this is a fire that just broke out this afternoon in the last couple of hours. Take a look at what we look like. This is where I-5 is closed right now, just north of Reading, and you can see as we zoom in just a little bit tighter, you can see the road closures on the maps and the fire activity just north of Reading. We'll expect that to continue, and it appears really vividly on visible satellite. Look at those smoke plumes popping up in the last couple of hours this afternoon. We'll continue to keep a watch on this.
Eureka's website. Hey, Eric, you're right in theme with that utility box here with your tie right here. Check that out.
Well,
some whales. Did you know that we'd be talking about this today?
This wasn't planned quite today, but the turtles, the whales, the sea critters, all sorts of good stuff. And up along the north coast, you know, we have an opportunity to see a lot of those things. So
Absolutely.
Exciting stuff right there, for sure.
So are whales your favorite?
And welcome back on this Saturday evening. It's a cool and quiet night along the north coast. Our weather is quite calm this evening. Take a look. Temperatures right now have fallen down from the 60s earlier today down into the low 50s. We're at 52 degrees here in Eureka and already seeing some 40s on the map further inland. 44 degrees in Willow Creek right now, so have the jacket if your Saturday late evening plans keep you out and about. Earlier today, we made it up into the 60s along the coast. You can see 66 in Eureka, 68 down towards Fortuna. Inland areas topped out in the mid-70s to even low 80s in a couple of spots. So it was a very nice day once the sun came out at about 10 a.m. or so here right along the north coast. Crescent City kept those clouds just a little bit longer. As we're cruising through our evening right now, we've only got partly cloudy skies around the north coast, and inland areas are mostly clear. We'll watch for clouds to develop just a little bit more into our Sunday morning. We're also talking a small rain chance later into the day on Sunday. Why? Because we've got this weak disturbance. You can see it kind of spinning off the coast of the state of Washington with some showers already up towards Seattle and down towards Portland. And this is dragging a very weak front. You can see it on the cloud layer here over towards our neck of the woods by our midday Sunday time frame. As you can see, Futurecast plays this out well, and into our midday of Sunday, you can see how the front makes its way towards our neck of the woods, and we've got a couple of returns of green on the map. We're talking a 10 or 20% shower chance into the middle parts of our Sunday before that clears out into the afternoon, and we see a return to some sunshine. Monday looks dry, but some extra clouds as we get a reinforcing shot of some cooler ocean air. So not a bad the next couple of days weather-wise, but we are talking a very small rain chance on our Sunday. Here's your rain map for the day. It'll stay north and primarily into Del Norte County. And again, this is just talking a couple of sprinkles or a light shower or two. Some folks may not see anything at all, even up in this green area. So nothing to slow you down too much as far as weather goes, but just something to be mindful of. Switching gears, talking oceans then. This evening, waves are calm, about 3 or 4 feet, so nothing problematic on the waters, and similar conditions are expected into our Sunday. You can see your marine forecast here. Those days getting shorter. Sunrise at 7 a.m., light winds expected, and waves will only be between 2 and 3 feet as you head out to the beaches. So a pleasant Sunday, minus that small rain chance. Around the Eureka area into our Sunday, temperatures making it up into those low 60s by the end of the day. And I do think we see increasing sunshine past our morning hours. Light winds from the northwest, 5 or 10 knots. And around the north coast, we're talking about similar conditions. Warmer inland with lots of sun, 73 in Willow Creek, 76 in Redway. Holding tight to those 60s a little bit closer to the coast, 62 to 63, looking like a good number for a lot of folks. Up towards Del Norte County, we do mention that shower chance as we've been talking about. And you can see, so Brookings, Crescent City down towards Oric, you would stand the best chance of that sprinkle or shower. Temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s. Warmer inland with those 70s on the map. So not a bad Sunday as you're going out and about with your plans. The extended forecast then looks like this. Temperatures in the 60s for the next 7 days. By the middle parts of this upcoming week, we start talking about breezier conditions here along the coast as we work towards the first day of fall. So that's exciting towards next weekend. Inland areas, we talk about that small shower chance on our Sunday before we slowly warm up this week. But even inland, temperatures only climbing to those low 80s at best, and it looks quite nice. Overnight lows in those low 40s, so make sure you have the jacket as you head out and about. But no big weather concerns over the course of the next 7 days. Let's switch gears now. Talk sports. Victor, take it away.